Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non binary friends, and welcome to this, the same background that I use behind me when I'm largely just using my webcam. Thumbs up for that. As you can see, I'm such a tidy individual. I'm clean, I'm just cluttered. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I hope your day has been good so far. It is 5 minutes to noon because I've been working slow today. I took my time getting ready this morning. I ate food. I took a shower. I've been watching videos. Just been doing all sorts of stuff. Walked outside. It's gray and cloudy and chilly and damp. So thumbs up for that. Hopefully, as stated, your day is going well. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about really quick up here, I was watching this video where it was this one guy, PM Seymour, does various readings from various places, and he's a voice actor, so he puts his whole voice into it when he's reading these things. And this was an entire Sonic the Hedgehog episode about various things, and one of the things that happened that he did the reading of, somebody went through and was talking about every single incarnation of Sonic and all of his friends, from the games to the cartoons to the everything, movies, just talking about the various characters. And one of them, I think, was like the Boom characters, like for the Wii and all that, but they were talking about how they're all just okay with murder in that game. Really, they're okay with murder, and they're all like, they all really want to murder the bad guy of the game so that they can skin him and make boots for Amy. And the only reason that they're upset at the end when Sonic appears out of nowhere and kicks him out of an airplane to his death is that they wanted to kill him. So, thumbs up for that. I mean, amorality for the win. But they were talking about the various other things they had done, and apparently it is canonic that Sonic has killed at least 2 TimeGods. Which I didn't even know that killing a TimeGod was an option. I've never murdered a TimeGod. I didn't know that was an option that was on the table. So now the unrealistic expectation of murdering a TimeGod. Oh well, I guess murdering a TimeGod is off the table. Also, here's a thing that you should never do. I wanted to report this, and I'm sorry that I didn't. There was a thumbnail for a video that was not good. And the title, I didn't watch it, but it was, "Can 1,000 kilograms of pressure snap my leg in half?" And it showed somebody, it was a drawing still, but somebody's leg with, bricks here, calf, and a strap over that pulling downward. Don't you ever do anything like that. Your bones don't work that way. Lengthwise, you can take your shin bone and it can stand just so much weight. You can drop straight down from 20 feet and you're going to destroy the joints of your body before you're going to break that bone. But you get it from the side, it takes very little pressure to snap those bones in half. Anybody trying that is going to end up with a badly broken leg. Or if you do it up here, a badly broken arm. Don't. Again, lengthwise, your bones can take incredible amounts of pressure. But sideways, it takes very little pressure to snap them. Do not. So, yeah. So, leading on to the next thing. There have been a couple songs that I have been listening to of late. I think I've got 3 of them that I listen to, that I keep forgetting which ones I listen to, and then I remember one. There's a game, well, there's 2 games called Dark Quest and Dark Quest 2, and I think it's Dark Quest 2 has a town theme by an actual professional video game music person. And I did a video about how hard the menu theme for the game Paint the Town Red goes. This goes hard in a different fashion. It feels so nostalgic to me. It's a new song. I mean, it's like 9 years old, but it's new. But it reminds me so much of the late 70s, the mid 80s. Just that feeling. Dark Quest 2, it is that the town theme. It is just so mellow and nostalgic, and it's exciting when it has to be. But there's just something that it reaches inside of me, grabs hold, and just gives me a hug. It is so nice. Which, relating back to, I said there's a couple, the town theme for the game Fate Cursed King. I love that one too. And it's like 10, 12 years old. It's not a nostalgic feeling. It's just this is good. They didn't have to go this hard, which is a common theme here. These are smaller games. I mean, Wild Tangent has never been huge. They still exist. They just do goofy minor things. And the Fate games were kind of out of the blue, as in all the other stuff has been largely casual, but Fate is still there. Now, I played a lot of the early Wild Tangent games way back when they were first coming out on the scene. They had their own launcher. They had a whole bunch of 3D games. I am really just around my dentures today, and I'm very sorry. But they had a lot of 3D type games. The only one that's really survived, from what I can see, is Fate. And it's 4 games, and now the reawakening where they're going to put all of the games into one, which is good. I want to get it. I really enjoy Fate. It's hard. Very, very hard. One of the only reasons on the Fate the Cursed King game that I can even survive where I am is my character, I picked up found the Summon Skeletons spell. So I can summon 4 skeletons to go out and fight for me. And so often, if it weren't for them, I'd be dead. Because the bad guys that come up to hit me, they hit like a Mack truck. So I need my skeletons to hold them at a distance. Because while they're fighting the skeletons, they aren't running toward me. And then I can pick them off with my arrows. Problem is, there's a lot of them that, even though they're not intelligent monsters, like it's a Sasquatch, but they dispel they dispel the skeletons, whether it's hammering them with so much damage that one hit they're gone, or just their presence and their activities, they get dispelled. Then they run at me. Then I just have to keep summoning them as I'm running away from them. Which, using this with the game Grim Dawn, God, my brain just failed me for a moment. I used the same technique there as I am going to mention here. And that's the run away, crying and begging for mercy while dropping my belongings as I stumble away. And then letting my pets eat the bad guys. I run. And as my the skeletons are dispelled, I just keep summoning more and running. And it works, largely. And especially in Grim Dawn, where a very, very viable tactic is have a bunch of summons. I have a bird, a crow, that can zap enemies at a distance. I have a hellhound that runs up and starts chewing on the bad guys. And I can summon 5 skeletons, at least 3 of which fire at the bad guys with their melee, with their ranged weaponry, and the others go up and beat on them with their sharpened pieces of metal. It is an extremely viable technique, again, where I just run. I just keep running and summoning. I don't engage with the bad guy. I just run. And every time my skeletons need to be resummoned, I do so. And if I need to bring my bird back, I resummon my bird. And if I need to bring my hellhound back, I resummon my hellhound. And 99% of the time, by running away, crying, and begging for mercy while dropping my belongings as I stumble along, works as my summoned animals eat the bad guys. I like it. Just a bunch of red, fleshless bones left. Thumbs up for that. What else do I have up here? Oh, yeah. 2 things left. I have 2 games that I'd really like to play. They're on Steam. I must have gotten them in a bundle? One of them I must have gotten in a bundle. One of them, because of the sale, I bought because it was super cheap. But there's 2 Aliens, the franchise, not generic Aliens, but Aliens, the franchise, isometric squad-based games. One called Dark Descent, another called Fire Team. I'd love to try them out. They're so big. One of them is like 60 to... It's anywhere from 60 to 80 gigabytes in size. And the other's like 50 gigabytes. Now, this is off the top of my head, so don't take it as gospel, the amounts. It's just huge amounts. And I've got... Sure, it's a terabyte hard drive, but it's just a 1 terabyte hard drive. And when you've got 80 gigabyte installs, that gets eaten up fast. And with my ADHD brain, and people have mentioned this before, when you have ADHD, you can forget what you're talking about as you're talking about it. But that one thing that you glimpsed out of the corner of your eye 3 months ago, you can lead someone right to that. But way back when the first Fallout was coming out, and I was watching a friend of mine play that game, and we were looking on the hard drive, and it was a 0.5 gigabyte in size, I was looking into the future and thinking, and we talked about how big it was and how big they're gonna be getting. And then they did. It's bigger than we ever thought. We figured they'd be 1 or 2 gigabytes in size. These days, that's small. So yeah. Hopefully I can clear some space, move some things, and then I can try those out. One of them that I know I had to have gotten into a bundle was the, Starship Troopers. They have an isometric squad-based tactics game. Or is it real-time strategy? It's one or the other. Point being, though... I gotta check my time here. Point being, though, it's one of those you direct your squads around. I've tried that. It's entertaining, but too difficult for me. And I've got a whole bunch of really, really cheap Warhammer 40k squad-based types, because they just pump out real-time strategy games for that setting like water pouring off of a waterfall. Yeah, that sounds right. Thumbs up. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was on my creative setting, where yesterday I talked about, or semi recently, on my setting where there's the continent of Carthage, and you have the Hulat with the Apani, the Habani, and the Orkani. And then amongst the Orkani, they have those who are known as the Tashkal, because the Orkani, well, only about 50% of them have a greater connection than otherwise. Every one of the races on the continent of Carthage has a connection with the land, a deep instinctive connection. But the Orkani have a greater, deeper connection. Those with the greatest and deepest connection are the Tashkal, and they can feel the darkness very strongly that makes up part of their lair. And they go out and they look and they take care of individuals who are suckling too deeply from the nectar of darkness. And the thing is, whereas other Orkani may go in, itchy nose, and just have a talk and then be happy and then leave, like say someone is engaging in a dark behavior of necromancy, but they're not an evil person, they're just interested and curious. Well, that's dark. And a normal Orkani group might go in, talk to them, and find out they're just doing this, they're not going to do any more. As long as they don't do anything worse than what they're doing, they'll be fine. They just give them a talk with, and then let them go, and things are fine. Whereas a Tashkal might come in there to talk to you and just use their mace to bash in the side of your head and then leave your corpse to rot. But they just do that because they have a greater view of what's going on. Yes, there is darkness, because the layer is made from equal amounts of light and dark blended together. But if you suckle from the nectar of darkness too deeply, you're going to bring things off balance. And while things won't break, they will become intensely unpleasant. The land will take care of issues. Nobody wants the land to take care of the issues if the people can take care of it. Because the people going in to take care of an issue is like sending in a small strike team to take care of somebody. When the land takes care of an issue, it's like carpet bombing a city of 1.5 million people to get one guy. Yeah, take care of the issue, but oh boy, the casualties. So, the Tashkal, the Orkani do their best, but the Tashkal, they may stave in the side of your head because they feel, sure, maybe you're just a little bit of depression of darkness, but they can feel all around. And yeah, you're just a little bit of depression of darkness. But if you take a look at everything as like a trampoline surface, you bring it down, you bring everything down. And now it's got an even greater reason to fall because it's a further dip. They don't want that. The Tashkal will take care of that. They may use their big old mace to knock in the side of your head and leave your corpse to rot. But it's that, or the land may take care of the issue. And nobody wants that. The Orkani feel a great amount of shame for the 4 species of Koth, which are degenerating, devolving branches of the Apani. They're the Ogal, a devolving and degenerating branch of the Habani. And there are the Daksha, a devolving and degenerating branch of the Tsandaka, which are the effective equivalent of dwarves in this world. They feel great shame that they were not able to properly impress upon these groups of people what not to do. And because they couldn't do it, those 6 groups of individuals got zapped. And the Arcani feel very, very responsible for that, for not having done enough, for not having stopped them, to have impressed upon them, don't do what you're doing. Is that fair? No. But they don't care about fair on this matter. They only look upon it as, we failed these people. So, checking the time again. Hey, late call for action, 20 minutes in. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that'd be awesome. Making sure to share, of course, only with people that you think would like watching an old man yammer on in an inane fashion about incomprehensible subjects. Usually because of the inane fashion in which they were presented. Thumbs up for that. And of course, if you're a Patreon patron, you are beautiful and awesome. When you look in the mirror, you are truly looking at someone who is, in fact, beautiful and awesome. Thumbs up, thank you. It is appreciated. Hokey smokes. Hopefully, I've got names or some such up here, but the way I've been feeling this past month, I don't think I have the spoons for it. Hopefully I do to get a couple. But whether or not I put names up on the screen, you are beautiful and awesome. For everybody that's left me a comment, thumbs up and thank you as well. You are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up or heart each comment that YouTube allows me to do so, and I answer as many as my nerve compression will let me, which isn't as many as I would like, but it's better than nothing at all. It can take me a couple days to answer a comment, so if you're looking for one, give it about 2-3 days, and if nothing shows up after that, I just did not have the spoons to be able to do so. So, I am going to edit, render, upload. I've got things that I want to wander around and do. I got phone calls that I'd like to make. Nothing that'll make or break me if I don't make them, though. I want to go out and talk to people. I want to make my walkies before it gets dark. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I will. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. And of course, if you cannot, please do not beat yourself up. It's not going to help you get it done better next time, and you deserve better. So past that, yeah, I'm just going to take care of myself today. I'm going to go for walkies as best I can. I am going to do my best to try and play some of my physical board games. Failing that, I've got Kurnathallus, I've got Heroes of Kalinor, I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to play. As well as there's Dwarf Mine, which is like the paper and pencil version of playing Dwarf Fortress, which is an intensely deep game that, like, the two brothers that have been working on it have spent decades working on it. So thumbs up. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. I'm still hoping to get reactions started again before the end of the month, so thumbs up and here's a hoping. It all has to do with my executive function, how I'm feeling, the amount of spoons that I got, which is just the energy I have to spend. So here's a hoping. But past that, you take care. This is using my webcam, so I have to move my mouse pointer over to the stop taking video button. I'm going to press that, and then I'm going to start editing. Did I have to tell you about that? No, of course not. I could have saved 20 seconds and not done that.